One time, like tasty cakes.
Yeah.
One time, I'm 95% sure I ate a tasty cake that a spider had made a house in, and
What?
I'm pretty sure it was covered in either mold or a spider web.
And you ate that?
And I ate the entirety of it
Why?
because I was like 10. And I thought that, and everybody else was eating them and was like, they're so good. And I like felt weird being like, mine tastes like asshole.
Are you serious?
Dead ass.
That's funny because that all sounds like your worst nightmare. Everything you just described.
Nowadays, yeah.
Is that why you inspect food extra hard every time you pick it up?
I mean, I inspect food and drinks, anything dairy related, especially.
Yeah.
Because you know how dairy can be.
Dairy.
You know how that dairy can be. Yeah, it's one of my like biggest fears. What's he got?
There's a spring in his rolly thing.
Why?
Because I found it this morning.
Did you just put it there?
No.
Or did he just notice it?
He just noticed it.
Gotcha. Anyway, that's one of my biggest fears. My second biggest fear is Grogu annoying me during this recording of SMSoup.
I hope.
Do you think
that was just noise in the background?
I doubt I picked it up. Do you think we should take it away from him, or do you think we're good?
I leave him. He's happy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to SMSoup.
In the door.
Ooh, new setup. You're probably like, wow, your background, it's crazy. That's our kitchen.
Wow.
And we're recording this probably later in the day than we normally record.
Yeah, probably.
And this is our new setup. So I don't know actually how much light we'll get in here. This might be like the moving forward.
Probably dark.
The setup.
Cozy. I can put some of I normally have lights that will go under the cabinets. I could put those on for some background vibes.
So you can more easily make out our sink.
Yeah, that will probably be full of dishes more often than not.
And we got Grogu's little tower.
In case he joins us.
It's great. It's great. Welcome back to SMSoup, the #1 podcast with soup in the name, but not on the brain. Joining me, Grogu? He's there. He's just
now
not
gone
jumping
silent.
He's right behind you. I'm Spencer.
And I'm Shelby.
Together, Shelby and I are here to take you on a journey through life's biggest questions, like which mildly southern chicken chain is the best? Also, waiter, how's the soup made?
Yeah.
How you doing, Shelby?
I'm actually good.
Actually good.
It was one of those weeks where I needed the weekend to be here. You know, just really needed it. And the weekend has been everything I wanted and more. So I'm feeling a little refreshed. Feeling excited. I mean, I'm not excited for the week, but I'm just like feeling better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Definitely feel like we've finally been able to rebound and bounce back from
everything.
How exhausting past couple of weeks have been.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still pretty tired.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Forever and always. We're in that stage of the year where now anything can be really quickly drawn to the holidays. So my brain's already like, all right, what do we got to do to prepare for like the next few weeks?
But thankfully,
both on a personal level and on a business level.
Yeah. Yes. Thankfully, on a personal level, not really too much we have to plan or worry about.
Not too much. We've been, you know, for anyone who like has moved somewhat frequently in their life or, you know, rents and stuff like that. If you're ever hosting, it can be a bit of a, how are we going to make this work? Because odds are you don't have a whole ass like dining room or anything like that.
Right.
So it's been, anytime we've had a chance to even remotely host, it's been testing out things so that when like Thanksgiving comes, we know what to do. We're like ready.
That's kind of why we're in the setup we are now.
Yeah, partly contributes to that. But so it's been that. For the longest time, we didn't know what we were gonna eat on in terms of Thanksgiving, and then we found a table on the side of the road that I've been sanding and repainting. So then that's done. We're like checking stuff off.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Been great.
Been great.
All right. Well, nothing to complain about this week, I guess.
It's now a week past Halloween. Yeah,
Yes.
a week.
When was the last time we recorded this?
Like 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
It's been a bit.
It felt like it's been forever.
Yeah. Of course, in the last episode, we said what we were going to be for Halloween, but it was pre-Halloween that we even recorded and it got out. We celebrated Halloween for like the first time in like 3 years, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't doing anything
3,
up in
4
Boston.
years. Yeah. Got to go to a party, which was fun. I think we said last week, I mean, we said our costumes were, you were Jack from the Titanic,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a like snorkeler / scuba diver.
Mm-hmm.
The theme of the party was underwater, which you didn't have to abide by, but like was encouraged. And yeah, I feel like we both killed it. They were both very low intensity, low need costumes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great time, great party. And then a week after, which we can go more in detail about this, was we did a Lord of the Rings watch through of, it's kind of become like an internet thing where you watch all 3 extended editions of the Lord of the Rings while like cooking the, I forget if it's 7 or whatever, like Hobbit meals that are in a day.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Second breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
11sies.
Mm-hmm.
Luncheon.
Mm-hmm.
Afternoon tea.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner.
Yep.
Supper.
So there's 7. So we did that a week later, and you and I went harder on our outfits a bit.
I
guess
I
not.
bought suspenders for my Jack costume.
That's true.
I bought a cloak for my Legolas.
And bracers and elf ears.
And bracers and elf ears. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
We went harder for the Lord of the Rings.
But marginally.
I'm not saying a ton.
I would say we put in roughly the same amount of effort into both. But no, you definitely put in more effort into your Lord of the Rings one. But even then, it's not like it was like so much effort. It was like the right amount.
Yeah. So yeah, we decided to get a little bit dressed up, at least for the beginning, just to like be in like character and have fun. But as a whole, obviously we can recap anything from the Lord of the Rings thing, any of the like food we did, any of the whatever. I just thought it'd be fun to talk about like parties. It's not like we go to a lot of parties.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really host a lot of parties ever. And I think I literally just put a note thinking it would be a good jumping off point on if there are any strong feelings in any capacity. Because I know there's going to be a strong feeling from one of us about something when you like think about parties, attending, hosting, any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Are there strong feelings about anything specific?
Do you want me to go first, or do you have something?
Yeah, sure. Well, you kind of smirked like.
Well, I was thinking that you had something. You don't?
I'm trying to think.
You don't have any strong feelings?
I mean, I don't really.
So you were calling me out because you knew I was going to have strong feelings.
Well, I knew you saying something would probably spark me to realize something.
My main thing.
They have to be done by 8 p.m.
No, it's not even that. I do not like parties, believe it or not.
Even if you know everyone there?
Even if I know everyone there.
Wow.
I know what we did for Lord of the Rings, you would constitute it as a party. I wouldn't consider that a party.
That's fair.
I think a party is like 10 or more people.
Oh,
and
okay.
I
don't
like,
necessarily.
That's
think
like my
that.
cutoff.
Okay.
So like if it's like me and like 5 other people, like so 6 total people.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we might be calling that a party, but that's more of a hang.
Okay.
You know, and there is a difference.
Okay. No, I hear you.
The reason I don't like parties is because I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of people. And again, I would consider more than 10 people a lot of people because I would consider it difficult to get around and talk to everybody if there's more than 10.
That's
and
fair.
Feel like you actually like gave everybody like a fair amount of time or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like in terms of hosting.
Yeah.
In terms of going to parties, it's really the same.
Yeah.
I don't like when there's too many people. And I also hate parties when I don't know people.
Yeah,
They make me so uncomfortable.
I agree.
And like I'd be very conscious in terms of how many people I invite to a party when I know that the people who I'm inviting don't know the other people I'm inviting.
Yes.
But I think the saving grace for you and I is that we have each other,
Yeah.
but also then we're just the weirdos dressed like Jack and a scuba diver talking in a corner.
I mean, I hear
So,
you, but like that doesn't bother me. The like if literally I'm not going there with this goal, but if I went to a party and I talked to literally no one except you, I wouldn't care because at the end of the day, I think everyone there is just like trying to have fun.
no, yeah, I think
And it's not like anyone's like, "Whoa, why are they standing?" There's no way someone's like, "Why are they standing over there?"
no, and like I think talking to you is fun too. It's just the fact that I can literally do that anywhere else.
No, I do agree with
don't
that
need
sentiment.
30
Yeah.
plus people like around me while I do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, I agree with the sentiment. Again, I'm not going with the goal of not talking to anyone else, but like if it happens, it happens. Like I'm so happy just to go and kind of see what the vibe is. And then we can always it's the classic like microbiglia. Like my wife and I, our favorite thing to do is leave the party. And it's like sometimes you and I get really excited to plan our leave. Like we're like, okay, this is gonna happen, and then we're out of here. And it's
Yeah.
always like perfect.
Yeah.
But that's also just like how you enjoy a party. So
I don't enjoy parties.
Sorry, that's how you make parties more enjoyable for you.
Like, and I think there is like a balance. So like taking into consideration, like the party that we went to is
Yeah.
not the type of party I like.
Yeah.
But if there were like 4, 5, 6 more people that we knew,
Yeah. It's different.
probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
Probably would have been fine.
Yeah. I get
But
that.
yeah, when I think about a party, like I don't know, I like more intimate things. I
I
like to
do
actually
too.
like hang out with the people. So
Yeah.
the like watch party that we did,
Yeah.
wouldn't even really call that a party because it was
wasn't.
literally 4 of us. It was very intimate.
I'm
was
being
like,
very vague in the use of party. It's really just like if you're invited to something or you're hosting people at your place.
Gotcha. Well, I consider like there is a line. There's a line
There's a
before
line.
you like consider something
That's fair.
a party, in my opinion.
That's fair.
A get together, a hangout, inviting people over. I love hanging out with people. It's just like there is a very fine line in terms of like the number of people before I get super overwhelmed and I'm just like no longer having a good time.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
But I mean, I'm also like I'm an extroverted introvert.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't really love to be around people, but I can match energy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when it's like with people I know.
Right.
It's really difficult to like match energy with people, when they're all strangers. So the Grogu seat paying off immediately, by the way. Incredible stuff. Also, can't help but notice that, and obviously you changing your like seating would like impact the visibility of Grogu.
That's why I moved.
But
Because he was going to jump and I was trying to show him jumping.
yeah. But
That's why
like
I
you're
moved.
almost off camera and like
Oh
you
my-
literally can't be more off camera. I mean, I can pull him so that he's more.
Looking away. Spencer's pulling Grogu into frame better. Grogu is not even bothered. Oh, now he's a little bothered. Beautiful.
I was like, wow, there shouldn't be any issues with us like both being on, and somehow you still
I
managed to
just
find a
didn't
way.
want to block him.
Who cares?
I really don't have strong feelings. I don't love attending parties where I know I'm not going to know other people, obviously. Because also, I would say I can be an extroverted introvert. Not as extroverted as you. I can be
I think you lean
a
more.
go with the flow introvert.
I sometimes feel that you lean more extrovert on the scale. I would still say you're an introvert, right?
Yeah.
I would say like if I'm 100% introvert,
Yeah.
I would say you're like 75% introvert. But when
Okay.
it comes to doing extroverted things, I can blend in better than you.
Absolutely.
I can get to like a 51%,
Yeah.
right? Like if 50% is, or wait, If 50,
Like,
if
people,
zero,
like, if
if
you're
0
at-
is extrovert and 100 is introvert, right?
Yeah.
I think you're 75.
Constantly.
And then I think you can like get to like
60.
50. I think you can get to like 55. So you're still introvert, but like you're like close.
Yeah.
I think I can get to like 40.
Yeah.
Where it's like I have like crossed that I am now. I
Like,
give
people
off.
might not perceive you as
People
an
literally
introvert.
think I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
And it's just like if I could go the rest of my life without like seeing people, like being around people, like that's the thing, right? Like an extrovert gets their energy and their like fulfillment from sucking the soul out of us introverts. And introverts do our best to stay away from them. No, but like an introvert, like
that's not where they get their
needs
like
to be like needs their time alone. It's not to say that introverts won't hang out with people. It's not to say that extroverts won't be by themselves, right? Like people sometimes will like confuse that. But
well, when we're in groups of people, I just like, for some reason it generally takes me like 2 to 3 times of being around people, like the same people, X amount of times to like finally be like, okay,
like fully comfortable. Yeah.
Which I wish it didn't, because there are lots of people that I genuinely am like, wow, they seem really cool. But like the thought of opening my mouth and expelling sound, I would rather die right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the energy. Like I immediately get overwhelmed and like exhausted and immediately, like I find when I'm at a public event, I'm yawning the whole time. Like immediately I could have gone and have just woken up and like feel great. The minute I'm in there, I'm like, I need a fucking nap. Like I need a nap right now. Yeah, it definitely takes me a handful of times to be around the same people. But it's so funny
because you're always the one who like wants to yank me to these things. And like,
because I like the idea of going.
Yeah, and then we go and you're just like, I'm so tired. I'm like, I don't even want to be here.
It takes everything. I want to go because I find it exciting. I find it fun. But then
it's
literally
like masochism.
It a little bit, yeah. Because then I literally feel like shit afterwards. Otherwise, I don't have strong feelings. I don't otherwise have strong feelings about going to things. Like I either go or I don't go. If I want to leave, I leave. You know what I mean? Like I don't really have any other like weird.
Yeah, I just like I
personally just love hosting
the
more
idea.
Than going.
Yes,
because you have control over the
and
situation.
Also, I don't
like leaving my house.
Anytime I have to cross that threshold, there is immediate dread in me. Like immediate.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No matter what.
Yeah.
It does not matter what. There is just a small amount to a large amount of dread.
Yeah.
And I hate that. But
I know.
Also, yeah, like I don't, like I never want to like leave.
Right.
And it's always the thing of like, and then I do, and I'm happy I did.
Right.
But I think in my mind, I expect 99 out of 100 times that I cross that threshold to experience the Saturday that we experienced like 3-4 weeks ago, where nothing happened for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And then we came home and it was like, I could have just been here in my love for those 8 hours. And instead I left for what? Nothing.
Yeah, in case it isn't clear, we're both gigantic homebodies. In case it isn't clear in any capacity.
But like I love being out. Like I love being outside.
Yeah.
And I would say like in like I'm such like I feel like I'm such an asshole for this.
Okay.
Like
can't wait.
It's like if I can like build myself up to the point where it's like I want to do the thing.
Okay.
Then leaving's fine. But if I have any reservations about the thing,
you like don't want to.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it. Yeah. So like and like it's so dumb, but like going to get groceries.
Yeah.
I feel nothing.
Like
I'm
like, what do you mean? Like you're indifferent?
Yeah, like I'm fine. Like
oh yeah.
It's like just going to get groceries.
Yeah.
We're gonna be right back.
Yeah.
It's like running like growing up, like when my mom would be like, oh, I just need to run to Kohl's. And it's like, okay. And then we go to Kohl's and then we stop at 15 other places. And it's like, I'm going to have a panic attack. Like if I don't get home to my PlayStation. But you know what I mean? It's like stuff like that where it's like, you mean.
Yeah, I've had
and like to some degree, like when you're like, oh, let's go thrifting. It's like, I have to like get it built up in my head that's like I can like look for stuff at the thrift store or and you know what I mean? And like stuff like that where it's like I can help or things like that. But if I just go as the idea of being like the typical man who goes shopping with his significant other.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Absolute nightmare. I can't wait to leave. I can't wait to get back. I hate that I'm missing the football game. Like all those things, you know? And I feel like such a gigantic asshole for that because like it's so like I don't know what the word is, selfish in some ways, where it's like, oh, if it's my thing, I don't care. But as soon as it's for somebody else, no way. Like, have you ever, like, I don't know, have you picked up on that? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like, where it's like, even if I were going out to do something that's, like, definitely geared towards me, so, like, going to, like, a video game store or something like that, it's like, we should also hit up other things, right?
Okay.
Why are you... Is that not the case? Does that not happen?
No, it happens. What?
I was getting nothing in return there.
No, yeah. I'm just listening.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. We like make a day of most things.
Yeah.
So we do. Yeah.
And
I mean, we make a day. We make like 4 hours.
The thing is, like, I would be totally fine just going to the video game stores.
Right.
But I know if the roles were reversed and we were only going to like thrift stores, I would probably like not love that. I'd kind of be like, what's the point? Why am I here? Like all those things.
What's the point?
And that's like, again, it's
no, I get it.
But that's why, like, anytime we're going to like a thrift store, I'm always like, can we stop at like a video game store? Because it's like, if I know I'm getting rewarded, that's literally like it,
no,
though.
I get the thinking.
This is all like a huge tangent off of what we were talking
That's
about.
all right.
But that's literally me and how my brain functions when it comes to like leaving.
Yeah.
Is like what like I need to know
what am I getting
out of this?
Yeah.
Like how am I getting any sort of fulfillment out of this? Otherwise, it does not make sense for me to leave this place where I can get the bare minimum fulfillment.
Yeah.
in my life.
I do get that.
And that's literally like how I approach so many different situations.
Yeah.
And again, when I like actually stop and like think about it, I hear how it sounds. It doesn't sound good. Like I sound like a little baby, but like I don't know. I need like the hit. I need the bump, you know? I need a little booger sugar or something.
I
mean, I don't know. Do you ever feel that way? Like, do you
I
ever
don't
feel that way
quite that way. Not as strongly. I know
because we've definitely gone to just like 3 video game stores and then come home.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I personally love never leaving the house until I absolutely need to leave the house. And it's like a mental thing.
Yeah.
Like I just like genuinely, like again, we're both giant homebodies. Like the home is like the best place to be. Like 100%.
We crushed COVID. They were like, everybody should probably stay home.
And we said, you don't need
and
to
we
ask
were like,
us twice.
oh no. And then we cruised for how long did COVID last? COVID was like a month, and they were like, you can leave again. That's not actually what happened.
Not true,
but they could have.
We lasted a really long time.
And we would have been like, we're good for now. For now. A year and a half later, we're still just locked up. Like,
but yeah, we like crushed the whole staying at home thing, like 100%. But I just like, I'm a person who does need to go somewhere probably once a week for my mental sanity. Mostly because if I'm in this house, I'm aware there's a million things I should be doing. And
gotta escape those problems, baby.
80 to 90% of the time, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do this. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. That 10% where I'm like, I haven't left the house in like 6 days. And like, I've just done so much and I'm fucking tired and my brain I can't just sit without thinking of all the other things I need to do.
Yeah.
Literally leaving is like the only thing that forces me to not do all the other shit.
Yeah.
Which normally I'm still going and running errands or some crazy shit, but I use it as my mental like, oh, I'm going to the post office. I don't have to like think about anything. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, I'm
doing this thing.
I'm doing this thing.
This thing is all that matters right now.
Yeah.
My demons will come back to me as soon as I
walk in the door. Yeah, exactly. So I am someone...
Then you open the door and you're like, I gotta get out of here.
So I definitely have moments where I probably need to do something like once a week. But I say again, do something. It can be running an errand. It can be you want to go to a coffee shop. It can be like a
I was
million
gonna say because we
things.
should clarify too. Like
Yeah.
while we are saying we're home buddies, we've gotten very good about going for at least 1 to 2 daily walks. We do leave the apartment.
Yeah, we do
We
leave the
do see the
apartment.
sunshine.
Yeah.
It's a matter of like going somewhere.
Yeah.
Never.
Which I
Do
think
not
is
want to.
a lot of people are used to it. Anyone who like works from home basically will be like, what's the point of going anywhere? Like I finished my work day and like now I'm ready to just sit. And like
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
think,
go
I
anywhere.
don't know. I assume some people are actually like
Social.
more, yeah, but like more willing because of the fact that it's like I didn't have to spend 40 minutes driving to work and then 40 minutes to drive home to then get ready to like go out somewhere. It's like I was already home. I got off my 4 o'clock meeting, was able to like change my clothes to go out, and it's like then I met some friends out for drinks. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people are like, I was at home all day, so I'll go out. And it's like for me, it's like I was at home all day and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah.
I'll do it again tomorrow and the next day.
Yeah.
And the next day. It's funny because like I hear you where you're like, you have to get out of here like once a week at least and like go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like do something like meaningful.
It just helps like turn my brain off of all the shit here.
Yeah. No joke, could wake up, walk downstairs, sit on the couch,
Yeah.
get up off the couch,
Mm-hmm.
go upstairs, go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
For probably easily a week.
I believe you. 100%.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. And I'm saying like not even go outside.
Yeah,
I'm saying
know.
I could do
that. I could not do that.
Easily.
I'd go a little bit crazy.
I don't know what my limit would be.
Yeah.
I know after a while I also have a limit where
you just get like antsy.
I suddenly have like a feeling of like dread.
Yeah.
But yeah. Nothing better. There's nothing better. Nothing better than waking up and having a day much like today.
I mean, yeah. So
today was like a lazy day.
Yeah.
We needed it.
We did.
And
we
like,
almost didn't make it a lazy day. And then we were like, no.
I know. And like, honestly, like, I kind of hated that. Like, we one, needed to record this, and two, needed to go get food.
I know.
To talk about, which we can talk about in a second.
Yeah.
Because I really was like committed to like, I want to wake up and I want to not step out of this place.
Yeah.
And it's good that we did.
It is.
It's always good to like not do that.
But I didn't want to.
But yeah. Like, that's why I love like people hate rain on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
People hate rain on a Saturday because it ruins your weekend plans. And I hear that and I get it. And I would hate it too if it ruins my plans.
If I had plans.
However, more often than not, I like to use my Saturdays to decompress. Maybe we make a day out of a Saturday and like go do stuff, but like Saturday, Sunday, it's interchangeable, right? Saturday for most people is like the day that like they're gonna do the things.
Yeah.
Sunday,
you like chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rainy Saturday. So good.
We literally keep making jokes that we're waiting for a rainy weekend.
Yeah. Because to open Pokemon cards. Something that we can do at any time.
We only can do it on a rainy weekend.
It's just funny.
It is.
It's funny to like wait out for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like.
Because like, what else are you going to do?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because it validates me to do what I was already going to do that day.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than it raining outside and getting the validation of like, I shouldn't leave.
This is the universe telling me.
Like, this is the universe telling me that I've prepared for this.
Yeah.
And there's like watching a movie when it's raining outside. 5 times better than watching a movie any other time.
I know. I actually struggle watching a movie when it's sunny out because it feels wrong to me.
What?
You don't get what I'm saying?
You're saying like during the day.
Yeah.
To watch a movie.
If it's like 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And the sun is middle of the sky.
Yeah. I hear you.
I find it really hard to like
I was gonna say, because we watch movies.
Watch a movie.
Like after work and stuff.
Yeah.
But you're saying that like it's night.
Like literally you should be outside right now.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
So that's why a rainy day is perfect.
I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah.
I'll do it
I
because
just
I love it.
start feeling like, ugh, I don't feel like I should be doing this.
Yeah. You kind of start to feel like you look at the clock, you're like, it's 3 o'clock. How's it
Yeah.
only 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
What have I done though today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Just a bit.
A little bit. I can still
I'm
do
not
it.
saying never.
I
I'm
can
just
still do
like,
I can
I'd rather
still
be
do
like,
it.
we'll start at like 5.
Yes. It's like my alcohol rule. Like I won't drink an alcohol before 12.
Right. I won't watch a movie most days before 5.
But yeah,
Unless
watching a
it's Lord of
movie
the
while
Rings.
training,
Great. 10 out of 10.
playing video games while training.
10 out of 10. I'm actually, I could take.
Because you're like, oh no, I'm trapped inside. I guess I'll have to bust out and dust off this. What is this thing? A PlayStation 5? I'll hook it up and oh my god. It's a good thing I have this thing to just suck up 10 hours of this awful rainy day.
Oh my god, speaking of PlayStation 5, we have a 7 Days to Die update. We haven't done a 7 Days to Die update in like months.
We have a 7 Days to Die update.
Yeah, it's that we turned it on.
We did.
And then we turned it off.
We did.
Because I started getting motion sickness.
You did.
Because I forgot how to control 2 things at the same time.
You did. We made it one
day.
night.
Which is what? Like an actual hour? Okay. I played an hour.
But it's crazy because I think about that. So
Yeah.
we just started day 47.
Yeah.
Which thankfully we're at where we're at to kind of start to ramp up. Like we still have a couple of days until day 7, but we do have to get back in the swing of playing.
Yeah.
But it's day 47, and every day that we play is a full hour.
Yeah.
So that means we've played 47 hours. 46 hours.
That's pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Very easy to like sink 2-3 hours into it.
Absolutely.
And there were a couple of weeks there for a while where we were playing like, yeah.
I know. We feel like we really are gonna have to I guess I'm gonna have to work my damn brain because we were doing so good. I was feeling so good with the controls that we could pretty much play a whole day and I'd be fine. And I was actually okay at it. I could shoot things. I was proud of myself. I was doing great with a crossbow. Literally, the game boots up. I'm trying to get you into the game. I hear a zombie. I start panicking. Literally pull out my crossbow. And it's anytime I'm trying to aim, I'm just flying all the way to top of the screen, flying all the way to the bottom of the screen.
The aiming in the game is not great
It's
anyway.
not great, but it's
you have to really
made
feather
worse by my I haven't touched a controller.
You did immediately headshot something and level up, which was incredible.
Okay, but then I
you
missed
up.
the
you
next
have 9
6.
skill points.
Then I missed the next 6 shots.
Yeah,
and I had to change to something.
I
ended up using a club the rest of the time. It was very funny that my first shot
you
was
had your
that
pistol
shot.
out. We were little pistol pals. Bah, 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 bah. It was very funny.
But yeah.
7 Days to Die update.
7
Oh my
Days to
god.
Die update. Just had to.
Should we talk chicken?
Let's talk chicken. Today we went to KFC.
Chatting chicken.
Oh, that took us 3 weeks to come up with. Good job. Today was KFC. Why are you staring at me like
Fuck you. Today was KFC.
I believe we have 2 more chains.
Zaxby's
afterwards.
and Popeyes.
Yes. So there'll be 5 total. So we're halfway through as of today.
North Carolina doesn't have a Cane's.
It does not have a Cane's. We couldn't find one.
Sorry.
No, that's it.
KFC and Popeyes are probably both the 2 most national
To
brands.
my knowledge, yes. From places I've been, yes.
So.
Yeah. So I will say right off the bat, I said this to you. I was like, I'm being a little extra harsh because KFC is such a national, at least such East Coast, I guess. I guess I don't want to be confident and say national, but I'm pretty confident it's a national brand. They're everywhere. So I was being a little harder because in my head immediately, because it doesn't feel like such a novelty. It doesn't feel like
you can only find it while you're around
you can
here.
literally find it anywhere.
Yeah.
So it did immediately feel a little less as exciting as the others.
Yeah.
So I was aware maybe I'm being a little more harsh about it. But we went to KFC. We were looking into doing our normal we each would get 4 to 5 tenders with hopefully they came with a biscuit and we're doing a side of mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. And we walk into KFC and we're looking at the menu And I mean, both of us have only been to a KFC. As much as we're like, it's everywhere, we've only been to them like a few times in our life. So it's not even like we were like, oh, we normally get this, but this time we'll get this. Like, I was walking in there just the same as if walking into any other chain we've walked into. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm getting.
Yeah.
We're like scanning the menu, and we opted to go for the like family meal where you get like a bucket and of either just like a chicken.
Let's say bucket because KFC does actual buckets of chicken.
Oh, okay. Well, it literally put it in a bucket for the photo.
Huh?
They put it. The photo was like a bucket
Yeah,
of
like
chicken
a bucket of chicken,
or
but
tenders.
like we did like tenders. So there's like a little family box.
Okay. Well, we got that, and you could get 8, 10, or 12. No, 8, 12, or 18.
Yes.
Pieces, and you chose between chicken and tenders.
Yep.
It gave you so many biscuits per amount.
Chicken meaning like thigh.
Like a wing
drumstick.
almost. Yeah.
The tenders were also chicken.
Yes, I know. I started to say chicken tender when we ordered it, and I immediately was like, "Oh my god, please don't assume I want chicken. I want a tender."
Yeah.
Anyway,
sorry.
No, you're good. We went for that because I couldn't see from like just looking at the menu. If you were just to get tenders, I think you'd have to ask for a biscuit on the side. I think you'd have to I think a biscuit would have been extra.
I don't know. Maybe.
It was very unclear.
Whereas
others were a lot more like you could tell what you got with them.
You had a whole ass meal. Yeah.
These didn't feel set up to be a whole meal. Like it felt like you got one thing and then you had to ask for the extra stuff. But I could be wrong. So we went with the family thing. It gave us the 8-piece, gave us 2 biscuits, 2 large sides, which is like important to emphasize. And that was it, right? So we got 8 pieces of chicken, tenders, 2 biscuits, 2 sides. Of course, I went with mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. It did not come with a drink, which was fine for us, but just putting that out there because we're also trying to like, what's the bang for your buck? Which we both kind of came to the conclusion in terms of the amount of food that was given, this probably was the best bang for your buck.
So each side,
for 2 people.
Each side was probably the large side was probably the size of like anywhere else's like 2 sides.
Yeah.
Where except for Church's, where the mac and cheese was like a premium side and it was a little bigger. That was probably close. I still actually think KFC edges it.
Yeah.
So it was roughly the size of 2 sides combined. And then the fact that you technically got 1 tender less per person.
Yeah.
You did get the additional
extra
biscuit per person.
Yeah.
Which we both were like, which would you rather have? 1 extra piece of chicken or a whole nother biscuit? And I think we both agreed more often than not, probably we would want the extra biscuit.
Yeah.
Probably. It depends though. I think it was on par dollar-wise with the other places.
It was basically $30 for all of it.
Roughly, yeah. But yeah, I thought it was like definitely a really good bang for your buck. I definitely think I was the most full.
Yeah, it was. We were like almost.
But I've
struggling
been full
to finish.
after each one of these.
Yeah, but we like struggled to finish these.
This one was tough.
Yeah. Sauces. There was a night there. We obviously, in case, just because from the first episode we got spicy and not spicy. There was no spicy to get. We just got regular.
Actually, there probably was.
But getting the bucket or the family bin.
Oh yeah, that also
was just easier. Yeah. And sauces. They had 5. They had a honey mustard, a honey barbecue, a buffalo ranch, just like a buttermilk ranch, or maybe just ranch, I don't remember, and
KFC sauce.
And KFC sauce, which KFC sauce is literally honey mustard.
It's close to a honey mustard.
It tastes very
sweet.
Yeah. I felt like KFC, I feel like we agreed on this, KFC probably had the best sauces of the 3 chains so far.
Best sauce game. Yep.
Not that I like loved all the sauces, but like they just felt
I liked all the sauces.
Punchier.
Like every other place, the sauces that were like ranch, it was ranch.
Yes.
So like they were all good.
Yes.
But I agree with you. The barbecue was like smoky and good, and the buffalo ranch was the first sauce
Like actual buffalo.
that was actually like a spicy sauce.
Yeah.
I
don't know if that plays into KFC being like a national thing. If that
Maybe.
plays into. I kept saying that like anything. I don't have an actual fair judgment on like Southern style cooking, so I don't know like what KFC might have changed to be more nationally like the go-to versus maybe a Southern chain. Like I kept saying that because like I just don't know if that would be a thing or not. But I do wonder if like when other places down here said buffalo, I was like, this is a really weak buffalo. And like, I
Yeah.
just wonder if it's not as popular to like really have a punchy buffalo sauce. Don't know. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Don't know. But yeah, their buffalo ranch was like really good for KFC. And yeah, and you really like the KFC sauce.
I liked it. Yeah. I mean, because I like honey mustard.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it was reminiscent of.
It was kind of funny to me to have a honey mustard and have a KFC sauce.
Yeah. They were different.
They
just
were.
Not much different.
I just would have chosen like just chose the KFC sauce.
Yeah.
As like a branding option.
Yeah.
Again, I think we both agreed on this. I almost hate to give it to them. They had the best chicken so far.
Easily.
Like all the way we like it. The perfect
Easily.
amount of crispy.
The ends were like so fried,
Yeah.
so crispy.
Yeah.
But the rest of it wasn't so much that you felt like a piece of shit for eating it.
Yeah.
Which
But it
is,
also
like, the
was
perfect,
perfectly
like,
crispy.
way of like doing a tender. Because when a
Yeah.
tender is like all super like crispy,
Yeah.
it's like whatever. Also, there's something about like the KFC like chicken skins that is like,
It's so good.
oh my god.
I know, I was almost mad.
And also, I said to you how like I said this in the first episode. It was the only episode where we did get a spicy.
Yeah.
But a spicy chicken tender should be able to stand on its own and not need sauce.
Yeah.
KFC regular tender, because of the spices and all that, is good enough that I think it can stand on its own.
It probably could. And I hate eating chicken without the chicken tenders without a sauce. I think I could eat that without a sauce.
It was good.
Yeah. It was really good actually.
It's really good chicken.
And thoughts on the sides?
Mashed potatoes were on par with every other place. They're
Yep.
solid mashed potatoes. Like if you're going to get fast food mashed potatoes, they're probably better than they should be at all of these places. But I think they're about what you would expect from like a southern chain.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes were solid. Gravy definitely elevates them.
Yes.
Them by themselves, they're fine. Again, they're like par for the course for like fast food mashed potatoes.
I literally said it tastes like they came out of an ice cream scooper.
Yeah. Once you put the gravy on, it definitely helps.
Yeah.
The mac and cheese is probably the worst mac and cheese.
Yeah.
It's a good amount that you get. And I think it scratches the itch of like a craving for mac and cheese.
Mhm.
But that's about it. It's like barely a step up from like Easy Mac in my opinion.
I also kind of felt like they were just covered in Velveeta. Like they had such a
Maybe.
distinct taste, like the cheese did.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like we could maybe look it up and they would say or not say. It literally felt like they just melted Velveeta over it. Like it felt the cheese just had a very weird, not weird, a very distinct taste.
Yeah.
That I was like,
Did you
these-
feel the same way though? Like
yes,
quality wise?
yeah, they were. The
I
worst,
feel like the
in
other
my
ones were
opinion.
like, you know, if you try to do like the whole thing of like fast food,
Yeah.
and then like that like weird sit down fast food, so
Yeah.
like Panera,
yeah,
right? Like we say Panera's mac and cheese is like clear step above fast food,
yeah,
like in terms of quality, and then like homemade, right?
Yeah.
And I think the others like Church's and Bojangles, I think both were. What Bojangles was probably on par
yes,
with like
that's
a
what we
Panera.
said. Yeah,
Church's was better.
yeah, Church's was the best.
Like it was halfway between that and homemade.
Yeah, KFC.
KFC's was, I would say,
felt
below
worse.
Panera.
Yeah, and I really feel like the only thing making up for it was the size, which like we probably would have not been as okay with it had we gotten just a side of it with tenders.
Yeah.
Because we got a large side, so we kind of were like, oh, we're impressed with how much there is for the money. But like, if you just got that, like, I'd kind of be very whatever about it.
Again, it's still good.
Yeah.
Like if I were to go and like order from KFC again, like I would still probably get the mac and cheese over getting like French fries.
Yeah.
Because again, it fulfills the like desire for mac and cheese. It's just not. If somebody's
Great.
like, "Wow, this mac and cheese is amazing," I'd be like, "Okay, calm down."
And the biscuit, for me, it fell in the middle.
Of
We've
the
tried
three,
three. Yeah.
agreed.
Churches had the most whatever.
Churches tasted like out of the freezer aisle.
Yeah. Bojangles blew me away.
Better than homemade.
Yeah.
These tasted like homemade.
These were pretty on par for like, yeah, like you literally said, like I make basically a buttermilk biscuit. And these were pretty much on par with that.
Yeah.
Like give or take.
Like as good.
Yeah.
One could edge out the other.
Yeah.
Any given day. You know what I mean? Like,
there's a bit of a game of eating them at the right time.
Sure, always.
But that's most biscuits.
That's every biscuit.
So,
and we unfortunately did wait until the very end.
It just feels like you're supposed to eat the bread at the end.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't warm.
Yeah, so.
So, I don't know. I guess, are you able to rank the three of them?
Yes. Do you remember what your rank was?
I believe we both were Churches and then Bojangles.
Yes, because Bojangles only had the biscuit.
Yeah.
I think I'm KFC, Churches, Bojangles.
Yeah.
Because the chicken is better at KFC, the biscuit is better at KFC, the mashed potatoes are on par, and then it just comes down to like the value. The mac and cheese is so much better than the KFC mac and cheese, but much like the Bojangles biscuit is so much better than the Church's biscuit, it's not enough to say that that place is better. And when you're talking about the quantity that you're getting, I think KFC kind of takes it there.
I have to agree. I definitely liked the chicken the most, for sure. Because I do remember pretty much the sides were the biggest thing selling me at Churches. Whereas KFC, I'd like actually be like pretty like, oh yeah, we're getting some KFC, like going for chicken, going for the sauces. Like it's got the things I care about when I go to like eat that food. So it makes me sad, but I think I also have to put it above Churches. And it feels wrong. I'd still drive by Churches and get their mac and cheese to eat with my KFC.
Yeah.
But I think I'd also put KFC above Churches. So yeah, we're both Churches. We're both KFC, Churches, Bojangles. Literally KFC.
But it's so funny because
KFC just got the tenders. Literally just get the tenders.
Yep.
Churches go get the mac and cheese. And
Bojangles go get a biscuit.
That's how you have a perfect meal. If you find a street
we'll
where they're all there.
I can't wait for Popeyes or Zaxby's to have like.
They're just gonna have the best lemonade.
No, their mashed potatoes are gonna be like.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So nutty.
Yeah.
Like they're literally gonna knock your socks off.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Popeyes lemonade is gonna be to die for.
I wish I would knew like what every individual.
Oh, lemonade to die for.
Oh. I wish I knew what like every price was of all of those. So they'd be like, if you wanted to get the perfect Southern chain fast food meal, this is how much it would cost. Then you have to drive. Obviously, not taking into account the gas to drive to all of those places.
I mean, all of them should be within a block of each other
but
at some point or another.
It's just funny to think about nitpicking from each. But yeah, so that was this week.
It's funny because, again, I think like the thing that plays into it with Churches and Bojangles, everything was pretty comparable except for the mac and cheese versus the biscuit, basically. And I think, I guess the like everything else was like just edged out in terms of Churches versus Bojangles. And
yeah,
like,
those
again,
were a
the
lot
biscuit,
tighter.
Like the biscuit wasn't enough to like persuade you.
No.
And like it's kind of the same thing. Like it's so funny how like KFC doesn't have the best biscuit. KFC doesn't have the best mac and cheese, but
their actual bulk of what you eat.
And the thing is, mac and cheese is technically worse than all of them, but it's like their biscuit perfectly falls in the middle, and their chicken is so good, and their mashed potatoes are fine. That's like if you're trying to do it all at one place,
and for
it's
me,
probably the place
the sauce push them above.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna have sauce, and I liked KFC's the best. On top of just liking their chicken.
You ready for some chocolate?
I'm ready for some chocolate.
You ready to round out this epi?
Oh, yeah, I am. I've not missed doing this. I hate eating things I don't like. Okay. We have a little nugget of chocolate. I wrote it. My last guess to where we were was 4 and 5. We think I've liked 4 and not liked 5.
Okay.
Don't know if that's accurate. Because I remember me writing it and us going, we don't know if that's accurate.
Do you like it?
No.
Okay.
Like nougat or something? No.
Shelby, I think it's just chocolate and chocolate.
It doesn't taste like chocolate.
That was definitely.
It doesn't taste right. Okay, we can try that. There's one more left on this level.
That was like.
I would say I didn't like that one. It didn't taste right.
That's fine. So 4 and 6. It was like 2 different consistencies of chocolate.
Yeah.
Bite half, you pussy. Oh, just open the box, you pussy.
That's definitely
That's
Carl.
definitely caramel.
I hate Carl.
Take us out, Shelby.
Do I have to eat it? All right. Well, if you just watched that, I'm sorry.
4 and 7.
4 and 7. We just
Mamma
finished
mia.
the whole top layer. There is a bottom layer. I wish this was over. Thank you all for watching and or listening. Every episode description has Spencer and my socials in it if you're ever looking to hang out more, or follow the podcast on TikTok or Instagram at SMSoup Podcast. Has Shelby actually been clipping clips and posting them? You'll have to follow to find out. So thank you all for being here. If you've been listening and you haven't watched, we're on YouTube where you can actually watch this happen.
So sticky.
Yeah. And I think that's it. So thank you all for being here. Hope everyone had a great Halloween. And
Didn't you have one?
no.
Oh.
We'll see y'all next week.
Soupfully yours. This has been Spencer and Shelby.